Back now here at the KFYR Plus News Desk, and U.S. District Judge James Boasberg threatened last week to fine the Trump administration in criminal contempt of court for defying a court order to return Venezuelan migrants en route to the Salvadoran prison last month, possibly setting up a stage for an unprecedented showdown between President Trump and the judicial branch. Now, joining me right now is a former law professor at the University of Houston Law Center and an immigration attorney with over 14 years of experience, including serving as an attorney advocate at Harvard Law School's Immigration and Refugee Clinical Program. He is the founder and owner of the Modi Law Firm, where he has focused for over a decade on assisting individuals and businesses with a wide range of complex immigration matters. Mr. I hope I'm correct in pronunciation. Is it Susham Modi?
Yeah, Susham Modi, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me on KFYR.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Well, can you explain now the legal basis for Judge Boasberg's order to return the Venezuelan migrants to the United States, and what are the potential risks if the executive branch disregards those judicial orders?
Yeah, that's a great question. In order to answer that, we have to take a little bit of a step back and discuss what the Trump administration was doing in terms of what law they tried to invoke in order to deport individuals without any court hearing. So no process, just being able to quickly deport them without seeing an immigration judge. And that law is the Alien Enemies Act. And it was instituted in 1798. So we're talking about over 200 years ago. The last time it was used was during World War II, during the Japanese internment camps. So that's the law that President Trump is trying to invoke or had before it was put on hold by a federal judge.
We know a lot about that, Mr. Modi. We had a Japanese internment camp right in our own community here in Bismarck for a time during World War II. So what does it mean for the Trump administration to be held in criminal contempt of court?
Yeah, so the judge found reasonable grounds to hold them. The judge hasn't made a decision yet to hold them in criminal contempt, but found reasonable grounds to hold them. Now, that issue then got litigated to the Circuit Court of Appeals, and that Circuit Court gave the government attorneys more time to respond to those arguments. And so I think we're going to hear a lot more news on that later this week. But the underlying issue of why the judge issued that is because when those individuals were being removed and they were in international waters, the judge ordered that plane to be turned back and to bring those about 200 individuals back to the U.S. before they're put in El Salvador. And instead of doing that, the government still deported those individuals. So